Ciaccona's kit is available in the game, and I wanted to take a look through it now that we know what it is. I'm going to start just by looking at a basic attack. Basic attack string, 4 attacks. Basic attack 4 inflicts 1 stack of air erosion. If you get interrupted, you can continue the attack cycle from any of the first 4 stages. And it looks like if you get interrupted in stage 4, that's just a part of how the kit works anyway, because what it says here is after basic attack stage 4, Ciaccona starts solo concert. If Ciaccona's basic attack stage 4 or solo concert ends early, proactively or by being interrupted, an ensemble sylph is generated. The ensemble sylphs, if you watch the trailer, they're the green spectres that she summons with her Forte from that cool little scene from the last patch. When Ciaccona or ensemble sylph performs solo concert, they give 24% arrow damage bonus to all nearby resonators on the team. So that's really cool. 3 attacks that at any time, if you're interrupted, you can just keep attacking and it will continue. Attack 4, which immediately starts solo concert. Interrupting it actually helps you and then summons a little green matey boy. That's very cool. And green matey boy will continue. Oh, that's down here. And matey boy will give you 24% arrow damage bonus, which is very powerful. So 2 of them can exist at once. If basic attack stage 4 is interrupted, all ensemble sylphs generated will finish the attack for Ciaccona and enter solo concert. So that's them continuing the solo concert from up here. If Ciaccona's solo concert is interrupted, the ensemble sylphs generated will continue the solo concert for Ciaccona. Aside from the 2 situations above, ensemble sylphs generated by resonance skill will finish Ciaccona's current attack without entering solo concert. So that's interesting to know. And then you just have the basic different things here. She has an aimed shot. I'm confident she is never going to need to use that. But it is good to know, and they're all damage scaling. This is level 1, so not very high. And then resonance skill, this is also damage. Move a certain distance, dealing arrow damage and inflicting 1 stack of arrow erosion to the target upon hit. Press normal attack in time to cast basic attack stage 2. When Ciaccona interrupts basic attack, heavy attack, mid-air attack, or solo concert with resonance skill, an ensemble sylph is generated. Ciaccona's resonance skill can be cast in mid-air. Interesting. It goes back to stage 2, so it seems like you're going to either get interrupted to summon this guy, or you're going to get interrupted naturally to summon one guy, and then use your resonance skill on the next one. Or you're going to use it on the first one to interrupt yourself to generate the ensemble sylph, and then you're going to generate the other one. Interesting. Okay, so Forte Circuit. When there are 3 segments of musical essence, heavy attack is replaced with heavy attack quadruple downbeat. Consume all musical essence to shoot downbeat notes forward and deal arrow damage, pulling in the nearby targets and inflicting 1 stack of arrow erosion on the target hit. Heavy attack quadruple downbeat can be cast in mid-air close to the ground. Ciaccona can hold 3 segments of musical essence. Casting basic attack stage 4 or intro skill recovers 1 segment of musical essence. Grants a shield. Resonance liberation grants Ciaccona a shield equal to 100% of her max HP for 4 seconds. Switching out removes the shield. Interesting. And then a multiplier. And then we got attack, crit damage. Intro skill. Inflict a stack of air erosion, that's good, and then you continue with basic attack stage 3. Follow up with a basic attack in time to cast basic attack stage 3. So I think I've got how this works. You're going to intro skill, basic attack stage 3, basic attack stage 4, which is going to inflict a stack of air erosion, so you've got 2 stacks of air erosion on whoever's being attacked now. Then you're going to basic attack stage... Then it's going to solo concert, after basic attack stage 4. And if you get interrupted naturally, or you dodge, you'll summon a sylph. No, the better option is to resonance skill, which will deal the 3rd stack of air erosion, because remember you can only have 3 stacks of air erosion on an enemy at once, with the exception of Arrow Rover's ability, which increases the amount of stacks, but 3 is supposed to be the max. So that'll be 3 stacks on whatever you're attacking, and it'll go. You can then cast basic attack stage 2, which will take you back to here. Basic attack stage 4, solo concert, and then on this one you can just dodge. Or, by this point, you will have then generated 3 musical essence, because you will have cast basic attack stage 4 twice and an intro skill. So you should be able to then use your Forte Circuit to inflict more arrow erosion, or just refresh the stacks to their max again, and then finish with the liberation because at this point you now have the 2 sylphs which are going to help with the recital. And then when it comes to the super, you can choose Aero Erosion or Spectro-Frazzle from the green and yellow buttons. And essentially, she's just going to deal one big amount of damage at once, which is this damage at level 1. And then this consecutively over the time, so once per second for 20 seconds. And it'll deal 1 stack of each, of either Aero Erosion or Spectro-Frazzle, depending on which one you choose. And then you get 100% Aero Erosion damage dealt. So this is the equivalent to what we have on Phoebe. It's not quite as powerful as Phoebe's because there's more to Phoebe's one, but this is going to have the same 100% Aero Erosion damage amp, which presumably is going to be what Cartethia uses, because I think the implication is she's going to be her best in slot. So what a fascinating one. Just to recap: intro skill, basic attack stage 3, basic attack stage 4, which enters solo concert, resonance skill to cancel the solo concert, generating an ensemble sylph. Continue the attack sequence to restart from basic attack stage 2, basic attack stage 3, basic attack stage 4, enter solo concert. Cancel by dodging, or if you can, just by casting your Forte Circuit. Then you want to cast the Liberation, choosing either Aero Erosion or Spectro-Frazzle, and then switching out, or rather casting whatever echo skill you have before switching out, which leaves the 2 ensemble sylphs generated and Ciaccona on the field in her super, dealing damage and status effects once per second for 20 seconds, and amplifying by 100% the Aero Erosion damage of those around you. Taking a look at her resonance chain, Where Wind Sings, this is her first resonance chain. Casting resonance skill Harmonic Allegro grants Ciaccona immunity to interruption for 3 seconds. Casting basic attack increases Ciaccona's attack by 35% for 10 seconds. So that's just great quality of life in general. You're going to cast this at a good opportunity where you don't want to be interrupted. Oh no, actually, you're casting this to interrupt yourself, but it will help you from... Actually, I can't really see that first part having any use, because the first 3 basic attacks specifically say you're going to go back into the attacking sequence exactly where you left off if you keep attacking, and then you want to be interrupted for the last one. Number 2, Song of the Four Seasons. During Resonance Liberation, Singer's triple cadenza, resonators in the team gain 40% aero damage bonus. That's crazy, because a solo concert does 24% aero damage bonus, so that's pretty crazy. 64% in total. Third one, basic attack stage 4, additionally grants 1 segment of musical essence. Resonance skill Harmonic Allegro grants gains 1 more charge. That's really good, because that means you can use the resonance skill to cancel both solo concerts, which is just nice, and you'll still generate the sylphs. You might be able to generate them quicker, actually. Ciaccona ignores 45% of the target's defense when dealing damage with heavy attack quadruple downbeat. Ciaccona ignores 45% of the target's defense when dealing resonance liberation damage. That's really good, actually, because her super does 550% damage at level 1 immediately, and then damage over time. And then it also deals erosion stacks or Spectro-Frazzle, which both are damage over time effects themselves. So that's going to be quite a lot of damage. It's called Starlit Improv. Ciaccona and Fagu, whatever. Eternal Idol to Lasting Summer. Gain 40% Resonance Liberation damage bonus. That's crazy, because that's going to sync with that. Damage taken by resonators within and near the range of Resonance Liberation. Singer's triple cadenza is reduced by 30% damage reduction. Correct. That's correct. When in solo concert, Ciaccona or ensemble sylph deals aero damage equal to 220% of Ciaccona's attack to nearby targets considered resonance liberation damage. Well, I'm not seeing anything on her kit that encourages you to build her in any other way than a attack crit unit, just as a DPS. So you just build her as a DPS. Maybe 125 isn't egregious at all. That's probably 130 energy regen, so you can get that with substats. So you're building a Geon more so than anything else. And this is all just normal aero damage, except for this, which is considered a heavy attack, I think. No, all of it's just regular damage. So skill damage. So all the individual things are their own individual things. So just basic attack stats and maybe resonance liberation damage bonus, because this isn't exactly a nuke. And the skill damage here is not very big. So she probably does more normal attack damage than anything else. Normal attack and liberation damage. In fact, probably these are the only two things you need to upgrade, because this is arse. But this will have good scaling. And most of her attacks are basic attacks, so it could be worth doing the normal attacks. So I'm predicting crit rate, crit damage, 43311, attack, energy regen, and flat attack. They're probably going to be the best bets. Or maybe HP if you want to max out on the shield. I don't know. Do they have a little descriptor for what her role is? No, it doesn't seem like they do.